What's going on, gamers? The show continues with the new Xbox CEO. Yeah, I know this is still going. It's pretty interesting. So we're gonna keep this going. So apparently, Ryan McCaffrey had a tweet from IGN yesterday, and then she responded today to it about if her account is fake and all that other stuff. Yeah, this gets interesting. He says, "Do I believe AI is writing Asha Sharma's post?" He says, "No." That's a good way to deduct things. I mean, he ain't gonna say that straight up like that. That would be insane being at IGN too. And then he says, "Do I believe that an experienced gamer on the Xbox team may be helping her sound more like a real gamer with her social replies?" Yes, I agree with him. I said the same thing. We've been saying this. He says, "Do I think that it's a bad idea for her to try and fake this?" And this is the interesting thing about this post. He puts yes, but yes with all caps. So that's kind of like a statement. And I think everybody would say the same thing. Definitely at the point of where Xbox is in the gaming industry, like there's not no time for that now. Everything now has to be done very well. So he pretty much says that 23 hours ago, right? Pretty much almost yesterday afternoon. As we could see that. And she replies today, literally not too long ago. We're talking about not too long ago, right? Um, or actually, it doesn't really matter, but this is what she said. I agree, right? So this is actually a long post. It's not something that's, you know what I mean, like I hear you or something like that. Because I agree. Faking would be a terrible idea and would not work. Well, why did you do it then? Because that's what happens. Like when you put that account up and it's like that, it's like there's no explanation, but it makes people think that you're a gamer. You said you're not going to do AI, but you know he grabbed you because you're AI and y'all have that connection. Another thing is, I also didn't expect my gamer tag to blow up, and the reality is more boring, she's saying. I also didn't expect my gamer tag to blow up. But see, here's the thing. This is called not understanding the gaming community and not knowing that they're going to look at that type of stuff. This type of stuff is going to happen. And since she didn't know that, that means the other people didn't give her a warning about that either. So they don't have a clue what the hell's going on. It's just like, if you put that tag up like that, people are going to say something, they're going to question you. It's been a thing with Phil Spencer for the longest, as long as Xbox has been there, remember? That's what people do. They snoop. And then they look and then they question. This isn't anything new. This should have been expected, right? Because, like I said, that's what people do. She said, I created it recently. I mean, she didn't have no Xbox gamer tag, was never on Xbox prior to this. This was all to do because she was about to get into that position. Hey, that's not arguments or realization. I created it recently to learn and understand this world. If that's why you did that, that's cool. But I think you also did that because you wanted to make yourself look like you're into the gaming thing. But the thing is, they're going to find out when you created it. She said, I've played with my family, and it's a shared home account across devices, which you can see in the range of games slash achievements. Fix that this weekend, and everyone is only playing on their own gamer tags. Why do you need to separate it off? It's really going to be a family account if that's what you meant. Or did you want that to happen so that it can look like you're into all those games? You guys, this is where it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, and you know, there's going to be people that come pick this apart. I've seen a lot of posts too. Obviously, definitely over in the PlayStation world, like Red Dragon and them, they're definitely, laughing in a different way. And then she says, "But I get where this is coming from. I don't pretend to be the best gamer. Of course, that would be dumb to do. And even though I'm playing, that's still not my goal." But here's the thing. Some of her games have, and I'm just gonna say it, very rare achievements that other people don't have, and you can't get that in that amount of time. You see what I mean? It's like, still something's not adding up. My focus is to make Xbox the best place to play, return to the roots. You're gonna have to know about the roots by being there. That's gonna be kind of tough. Ship great things and become stronger for the future. You see, that's cool, but it's really about AI. And yes, I'm writing my own post. That's gonna be Definitely hounded. No doubt about that, 100%. So Ryan comes down and says, learning the product is great. No one can fault you for that. I appreciate the additional info context. He says, while I have you, if you'd like an easy win with the Xbox community, here's an idea. Enhance the premium tier of Game Pass. As $30 for Ultimate priced many out. Yeah, definitely not good. Should have been 25 at most. People still would have been complaining about that, but that would have been more better. I suggest a voucher system that gives premium members 1 day game download per quarter they subscribe. Nintendo did a genius job with their voucher system. And let them occur so that if I sub all year and want to use all 4 in quarter 4, I can do that. Well, he's saying being able to get 1 game per quarter in some sort of sense. I don't think Microsoft's going to do that. That's a cool idea, but it's like the higher ups are going to have to agree with that. They want their money. You all are shipping enough games, and there's still plenty of incentive to sub to Ultimate for those who can do $30 per month. So I think this is an awesome idea. But after 3 straight years of Game Pass price increases, many Xbox gamers are feeling pretty nickel and dimed. Yeah, definitely from a company that's now trillions of dollars. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. So Cassie comes down and says, you are dealing with a community of people who are passionate about the art form, but have been exploited, disrespected, and lied to for many years by your company. Hiding things 24/7, brainwashing, PR, and its representatives and many other companies in the gaming space. Nobody's going to trust anything you say and do because history says more than anything else. And the history as expressed, we can't put anything past suits and ties who have destroyed our hobby. Yeah, that's 100% correct. So, I mean, this post is turning out like this, and there's a lot of people talking about this already. If we go over to Charlie's post, which, by the way, I was looking at that before this because that's how I ran into her profile. We got people down here saying, how can she say that's her focus if she's never gamed? 61 people like this. That's what Anderson said. And these are what other people are saying, not what I'm saying. Because it's like, I already know the truth, you know what I mean? But we're going to talk about this a little bit more. And then Haji says, it doesn't matter who we were. What matters is our plan. Nobody cared who I was until I became CEO. He kind of has like a vain looking mask here. And then Paper Tiger Games says, return to our roots, right? But she can't even define what those roots are if she's never been involved in this side of the industry. She's been in AI her whole life. That's the thing where it's like, it almost seems like there's somebody behind you doing that, right? You see what I mean? Because they still want to get a hand in. That's what I say. You can still see somebody probably like Phil still being in the back, or somebody like Matt saying that, or somebody else because they know what to say. But it's like knowing what to say is not enough because people have already been hoodwinked by that so many times. You literally have to show progress. And in that position, it's worse than ever. It's not even a Don Macho situation of trying to recover after that and getting another 12 years after that or 13 years. It's just almost seems impossible. We're going to see what happens. And Squashy Button says, can we let this woman be in a job for more than a week before people start scrutinizing her every action and action? I don't know. You don't understand. Like, either you do these things now and start off correct. It's like starting a business. Either you start off a business correct or you mess up at the beginning. There's things that are done already where it's like, why are we still doing this? Fate says this doesn't really address any of it. She's just saying what she wants to do. Pretty much. And there's not going to be much consequence because she's in that position for good. Because it's really about the future of AI. And she has her expertise in that. And that's where Microsoft is going. They don't really care about Xbox. That's what I'm going to say. I mean, you even saw the co-founder come out and say what he said. That's still his point of view. People act like this guy can't see anything. It's like, no, trust me. He knows what he's saying. And they said Xbox is about to be ruined even more. They were moving in the direction of letting all their games be playable everywhere now. Looks like it's going to be canceled. Her background in gaming is that she is in fact an NPC. That's funny. Rooster says, so she doesn't deny she's not a gamer. This is like saying I'm a skater but never touched a board. How can someone work with a gaming company but never plays games? The F is going on here. Sounds like a scam or something. Hey, and we're reading what people are saying here, right, guys? That's a lot of keywords, but no foundation to trust. And a lot of people are liking these type of posts the most. Because it is hard. How can you really trust her to improve? It's like, how though? It's like some guy who's a black belt. You're saying you're coming in. You don't even, you barely just put on a white belt, right? You're saying you're going to make all these improvements. It's like, how though? You don't have any like experience really. You're going to have to listen to people who already messed up before you so much. Because then you're wondering, like, then what is the goal then? To try to just sunset it then. That actually makes sense. I'm just going to listen to what somebody else says if I don't know what I'm doing. And what did they do before me? This is what I don't understand why people don't get that in their head. It's like the people that tried before, it was already going so bad. So if they're still around doing that and playing the puppet master in the back, and they didn't know what to do before, and they made so many mistakes, and you're not a true gamer, and you just need to listen to what they're saying, or some other suit up in Microsoft who's pushing AI, and what the hell are they going to do? You see what I mean? Then it's like, at this point, what are you doing then? I mean, if there is a reset button, I guess that's the only thing you possibly can do. But that's just something to think about because that's just deduction skills. To learn and understand this world. So not a gamer whatsoever. Rest in peace, Xbox. It's been like that though. This is what people are saying. So apples and oranges response. Where their last CEO was a gamer, and what did he do? Irony dies 1,000 times. If I don't have any experience or past background in gaming, how can I understand what gaming experience is? And you're doing all these things because you don't understand the gamers are going to come do that. And the people behind you should have helped you with that. But no, this was all part of the plan. And I don't think that we're included in it. So this gives you an idea. This is Microsoft being Microsoft, right? Nothing new here. And her post is, no matter what she does, it's just going to be like that. And the internet is a tough place for sure. The gaming community is going to be very critical. They're going to farm. And you just got to be more honest. I think when you do that, it lets people know at least what you're doing rather than trying to fake with them because they're not going to like that because the Xbox brand has been underneath that for far too long and it is not going to work. And people know that. So that's why all these comments are down here like this. Xbox needs to focus on hardware again, especially accessories. They can't do that. It's hard because it's hard for them to get back that trust. How? It's hard now. That's what I'm saying. They're in that situation to where it's like you just have to be a third-party publisher. You know what I mean? Sega figured it out. They never came back to hardware. They did that a while ago. It's like, once it gets to that point, it's hard to recover. The best thing you can do is to try to give your developers as much creative freedom as possible because you don't have a choice. And try to be as strong as a publisher as you can. That's it. Anything past that, it's like, it's not really worth it at this point in time. Like, pretty much when it comes to hardware, what's left is PlayStation and Nintendo, who's going to still sell a ton of consoles, right? That's why Valve, when they came in the industry, they weren't trying to sell like a console. The Steam machine, they already said, no, it's going to be a PC-like device. And if we get 10 million, that would be amazing. Because it's just an extension of their PC ecosystem. They know that that type of market doesn't really exist. And if you want that type of market, you have to subsidize. That's why hardware is always sold at a loss. Microsoft is now at the point to where, since they want their money back for Activision and everything else, and their primary focus, is AI, why would they want to subsidize and try to get at least 30 million or 40 on the next console and keep taking that loss and hope to make up for it on this other? They're not going to do it anymore. So I think that's more intelligent than the Magnus because if you subsidize the right way, you can have a lot of sales and a lot more people to be able to get onto your Game Pass and to buy more games. I think that system is still completely fine. Look at PlayStation, making more than ever, not less. Nintendo making more than ever, not less. It's just that Microsoft made all those mistakes with the people under the Xbox umbrella. That's all that happened. So, I mean, this is pretty much the latest intel on her, right? And now we saw what people said. You guys let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Peace out. Keep gaming no matter what platform you're on. Hopefully the Magnus can last and they don't shut it down, depending on what goes on. But it's going to be an optional device anyway, so they would just stop putting it on the market, kind of like the Steam Deck. That's the situation I see Xbox in hardware-wise. Later, y'all.